Okay, so moving on to the abdominal and glute section for this video. We're starting on the back, just doing a little preparation from here. So we're going to notice the alignment of the body. So we're going to feel the ground against the feet, noticing that the heel is in touch, and from the heel we kind of spread out through with the toes, widening, and really feeling the contact of the ground under the feet. From the feet we come up the body and we notice the pelvis, and I want you to notice the back line of your body. So we've got the sacrum in touch with the mat, we've got the bra line area, that middle back, in touch with the mat, and the very base of the skull. Where we have those contact points, we then have a sense of space under the lower back and the neck, and this just gives us a really nice feeling of being centered. The divine line I mentioned earlier, we've noticed the ball of the big toe, the heel, up the inside of the legs to the sit bones. And I want you to notice a direct relationship between the heels and the sitting bones. So maybe a little pull on the heels, and that's sending that connection up, and feel that direct link with the sit bones. The tailbone, with the tailbone down, we just think about this energetic line drawing up from the lower abdominals, and it goes behind the navel. From behind the navel, it comes into the back of the body, and we just feel that contact of the back ribs against the mat, up the back of your back, behind your neck, and through and into the base of the skull. So the position of the head is very important as well. So we want to make sure that we've got a softening in the chin so that the chin isn't lifting up. If you find your chin is lifting, then by all means take a rolled up towel or a pillow, not a too soft a pillow, but something that can just support the head and to bring it into alignment where we can have the chin down and the forehead kind of parallel to the ceiling. So the divine line is our center line, the peripheral line is the outside borders of the body, and we just notice the little toe to the heel, up the outside of the legs to the hips. From the hips we lengthen to the lower ribs, up into the armpits, and feel that space as you draw down with the armpits. Kind of gives us an opportunity to kind of widen and really notice the back of the body against the mat. And we breathe in, take the breath to the abdomen, the ribs and the chest, or fill the body. And a sense of sigh as the breath comes out, and we release. Again, the breath coming into the abdomen, into the ribs and the chest. And as the breath releases, it's like the ribs kind of hug us and just really cocoon us as we come down, noticing that natural drawing down of the navel as the out breath. Good. Last breath in before we start the movement. And the first movement we're going to do is the pelvic tilt series, or just the start of the pelvic tilt series. So on the next out breath, we tilt the pelvis back and we just lift the tailbone off, and then we roll the pelvis back down. And then we tilt the pelvis and we lift the lower as well, and we roll it down. It's excellent. And again, so this time we tilt and we lift the tail, the lower and the middle, and then we roll it down, lengthening towards the heels, noticing. Good. As you tilt, notice heels to sit bone, that gathering as you lift, rolling up through the spine. And as you release the breath, feel your heart soften and feel that connection, the widening of the back ribs as you lay the spine down to center. Again, tilting from the tail, lower, middle and upper. The knees are going away as the hips have that opportunity to open. And again, we've got that connection into the back. And roll the spine down. This is the last time. We're going to add the arms after this one. So this time we tilt the pelvis and we come up through the spine and we find our bridge where we have that natural line, shoulder, hip and knee. The palms turn upwards and you reach up into the space behind you. I want you to imagine that your middle finger is tracing the ground and I'm pulling those wrists away. Then, like a sigh, we let the heart soften, the ribs soften, and we articulate down, lengthening out through the tailbone. Get the pelvis centered, and then the arms lift, and you push through peanut butter to bring those arms back to your side. Let's do that one more time before moving on. So tilting back through the pelvis, knees away, heels, sit bones. Good. And lifting, palms up, pushing into the space, reaching into the space behind you. Let the breath out. Oh, it's like a sigh to roll the spine down, finding space as you lengthen. This is nice. And then turn the palms to the ceiling and moving down to the sides of your body. Good. We're going to move into a seated position now, and this movement is the start of our transition. So from this position, we curl up from the tailbone to the lower, the middle and the upper, into the bridge, and then the arms lift and reach back into the space behind you. We roll down through the spine, and I start to lift the arms and the head, and as the tailbone goes down, we reach away with the legs, and we keep the curl as we offer with those hands, reaching forwards. As you're reaching forwards, you've got this feeling that you're being pulled back through the ribs, so we create this lovely curve through the spine. And then as if I'm being pulled back from the middle back, I roll down. Those shoulders stay down the back, and we bend the knees, hands come down to the side as we arrive on the back. Again, tail, lower, middle and upper into the bridge, knees moving away, very nice. Arms reach, and on the out breath we roll down. The arms and the head start to lift, we lay the spine down, and that timing as the legs come up. Good, reaching forwards, feeling that energy coming out from the back. So you've got this line down the peripheral line and rolling back. One more time. And then we're going to add on again, moving into some side bends. So from here, we do the same combination, transitioning through the spine into the bridge. The arms reach up and really reaching into the space behind you. And as the heart softens, we roll, lifting arms, head, legs go away. Good. And we reach forwards. So now we're going to bring our left knee up to the side, and we're going to move onto our left hip, onto the elbow. The right arm comes around, and then it turns as the rib comes around. So we're kind of pushing into this hand to keep that space nice. Then we're going to push down into that left arm to sit up. The hand comes round, and we straighten the left leg and reach back over those legs, finishing to roll into your back again. Down we come. Bending the knees, hands by the side. Tail, lower, middle and upper, articulating through the spine. Arms reach and into the space behind you. Let the heart soften as the arms lift. So does the head as you lengthen the legs away. Spiral in the hands, leaning into the back. Then your right knee pulls back, you come onto the elbow. The arm comes over, and then you turn the ribs round. Then back into your side bend to push into the right elbow, nice, all the way forwards, reaching over the legs, drawing back from the middle back, the knees are bending, hands arrive by your side, prepare for your legs, your hip circles. So from here we come into our bridge again, and then the right leg comes up to the ceiling, stretching it up. And as if I'm holding your leg and pulling it up towards the ceiling, we roll down, upper, middle, lower. When your tailbone is down and pelvis centered, you may have to bend the knee to allow that position of the pelvis. Just checking that it's nice and even. We then circle this leg for 3 times, in and around, really stirring the thigh bone in the hip. Then come to center and keeping the tail down. See how long you can make that leg. Good. Then bend it and circle the other way round, thinking that the hips being level. Good. And the pelvis quiet. Then the leg extends last time. Bend the knee, both feet onto the floor, and we start the bridge, coming up through the lower, middle and upper. Send the left leg to the ceiling, up it goes, and we're lengthening. I'm holding, I'm feeling that traction. As you're lengthening, you roll down. Feel that spine articulating as you come down. There's a softening of the knee. Just keeping these hips level, and we stir that thigh bone. 3, keep the pelvis quiet. 2 and 1. Then we see, can we get that leg longer without the tail lifting or the back flattening? Then we bend the knee again and we circle the other way. Armpits, little fingers, wide across the collarbones and wide across the back ribs. And then that leg straightens, bend the knee and the foot comes down to the floor. Tilt through your pelvis into your bridge again, coming back into our side bend. The arms reach into the space behind you. We roll down through the spine, and as you roll, lift your arms, head and shoulders, look where you're going, curl up and forwards over those feet. Lovely. Left knee and hand come back, and this time we're on the hand, and as we come up we push, and I'm pushing from this hand to lift these ribs, and it's here that we're looking for this beautiful side bend, that we sit down into the hip, reaching the arm up and then reaching forwards as the left arm comes in. Roll down onto the mat, really nice. Hands by the side, tilt tail, lower, middle and upper. Then the arms extend back, reaching, and we come down, upper, middle, lower, lifting. Let the arms come through, reaching, and find your length. Right knee, right hand, come back onto the hand. We send the hip up and we push our ribs to the ceiling. Coming down onto the hip and reaching forwards over the straight legs to find your space there. Now roll down onto the mat, hands by your side, and arrive for our ready for our pelvic tilt glute series. Tilt from your tail, your lower, your middle and your upper, noticing the heels and the feet grounded. But squeeze your knees in and away. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now the front of the feet, we pull the feet up as we wrap into the sit bones and down. Again, lifting 2, down, lifting 3, down, lifting 4, down, lifting 5 and down. Then just one foot lifts off the floor, just an inch, and pop it down. Just make sure we're not keeping those armpits good, and lift and lower, lift and lower. Remember, what's in touch with the floor we can push into. And then last one on the left, place it down. Now your right leg is going to stretch out in line with your left thigh. We find length, 3 circles, 1, 2, 3, other direction, 1, 2, 3. Now the leg stays in line and we let the right hip just lower like you're rolling. Left hip stays up and we push it up. Again, we roll and then we push it up. We roll and we push it up. Now the leg stays straight and we put everything down, bottom and leg. Then we push, stand into your left leg as your right leg, and your hips lift to the ceiling and coming down. Let's do that 4 more times. Breathing out and breathing in. Lift and lengthen and down, keeping this leg standing on it. Push it up and down, push from your hip, hold it up there this time. Now it's this leg, this glute, we pulse up, pushing up, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then this leg we open out to the side, 3, 2 and 1, coming center, bend the knee, put the foot down, keep the hips up. Then the left leg extends out in line with the thigh. And circle, 3, 2, 1, other direction, 3, 2, 1. Then we roll that hip. So here Lizzie lets that hip roll and then pushes up to bring it round and rolls and pushes up. One more time, roll and push it up. From there, we let the hips and the leg come down simultaneously. Then the leg lifts to the ceiling and comes down. This is good. Again, breathing out and breathing in. Lift, exhale and breathing in. 2 more. Lift, exhale and breathing in. Take it up, stay there and pulse. It comes from this side. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open the leg out for 3, center, 2. Hold those hips quiet and bend the knee. Good. Put the foot down. Spiral those hands behind you. Find the length And then, let it come down, roll through the spine. And then hands, hands down by the side. Bring the knees into your chest and have a rest there. Okay? Good. Really well done. Abdominals. So placing the feet back to the floor for me to start with. We're going to take the hands over the chest and take the arms back behind you. And then we're going to wrap the elbows around the side of the head. And we're going to open them out. And again, wrap them around and open them out. Wrap around and then curl up, leaning into your bra line, keeping pelvis still and coming down and the elbows open. Good. Now just let the arms come to the peripheral vision, and I'm going to ask you to pick one foot, knee up over the hip, and keeping that nice stable pelvis, the natural curves, soft ribs. Pick the second leg up. Ideal, lovely. So guys, if this is a problem with you being in tabletop here, please keep the feet down. You can follow the same routine with the feet in touch with the ground. So inhale, exhale, right leg stretches as you curl up, bringing the head down and the knee in. Left side leg stretches up and coming in. Good, leg stretches out and comes in. Leg stretches out and in. We're going to progress it. Optional for you guys as well. Take the leg out as you curl up, the left leg out. Good, both legs in, deepen, then the head and shoulders down. Left leg extends, you curl. Right leg extends, you hold. Both knees in to deepen, head and shoulders down. Again, one more time. Right leg lengthens, left leg joins it. Both knees in to deepen, head and shoulders down. Left leg lengthens, curl up. Right leg lengthens, both knees come in and the head down. We're going to move it into an oblique curl. So same pattern with the leg. Right leg goes out, but we lift the left shoulder to the right knee, coming across the body. Head down and knee in. Same to the other side. Left leg longs, twisting with the left shoulder. Right leg out and reach and down. Good. Breathing out across, breathing into center. Breathing out across, into center. This is a tough one now. Breathing out and across. Now send the other leg out, deepen into it. Then both knees into center, head and shoulders down. Twist across, then the left leg joins it. Deepen as you come center, head and shoulders down. Can we do one more of those? They're strong ones. Across and across, in to deepen, head and shoulders down. Last set. Across and reach in, both knees in and down. Well done. Placing the feet onto the floor for me. Bring your ankles and your knees together. Open your arms out to the side. Cross your right leg over your left leg and just allow your right knee to bring your knees over to the right side. The left shoulder stays down. Then coming up with that left leg is taking you, or actually that whole left side, and then we move across the left leg, pulling those knees over to the left side. From the right side of your body, from your shoulder blade down through the side of the waist to the hip, and then across to the right side. One more time, thinking of breathing in, coming back through that left side, and then the left side takes you over to the right, and then you pull back through that right side. Good. Uncross the legs, cross them the other way, same thing. So we're going to move across to the left side first, keeping that right shoulder down. Moving from your right rib into the waist, into the hip, we pull back, and then the right knee pulls you across to the right. It's the left side of your body that draws you onto the mat and center. Good. Last time to the left, knees going across, moving down that right side to bring the knees center. Go to the right with the knees, and it's that left side of your body that pulls you back and to center. Uncross your legs. Allow the legs to lengthen away from you as you bring your hands, one on your abdomen, one onto your chest, and invite the breath in. And let that breath out. Into the abdomen, into the ribs and the chest. And your hands are here just to really give you additional feedback, but at the same time, feel how the heat of your hands is actually quite nurturing, quite calming as we inhale. Breathing, abdomen, ribs, and the chest. Allowing the body to be fully supported by the ground. Acknowledging any holding in the body that you may notice. So the holding you may find in your face, you may find in your feet. So I just want you to spend just a few moments just scanning your body, listening to how you feel. And keep that breath coming in and out of the body. Well done. Thank you very much. Concludes that session today.